Didn't you used to be a slave?
Don't be fresh, mama. Even though born of a slave, I purchased my freedom and became my father's heir.
My father's heir. A very rich, very white father left my boss everything, including me. I do all the work. He does nothing.
Today is Tuesday, February 24th, the Feast of Mardi Gras! The few social barriers that exist in New Orleans are down tonight. White, black, everything in between.
There's a lot of in between.
Take off your 21st century glasses. See New Orleans as we who live here see it in 1801. The freest city in the world.
Monsieur Cornet, come here. Look through this glass and see how the blood circulates in the tail of this fish.
But it circulates prettier in this fair neck.
Domus altum, ad quodcumque velo ibo ad utilitatem eorum.
Oh, what love potion are you casting?
It is merely the oath of Hippocrates.
Another motive for men's alarm is that sea monster of yours lurking beneath the waves, waiting to attack their wives. What are you talking about? The arm of a 5-year-old boy holding out an apple?
Flamingos flying home. Some guy's wife be in the nest.
Apples, flamingos?
Just! Your endowments are legendary.
Don't all men have one?
Every country has a river, not all of the Mississippi.
These truths self-evident. All men are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Slavery will end, and after 400 years of hoping, we'll find the Western waterway. The world is falling into place.
Slavery is a terrible thing.
Dan, bring back these men and advise them.
Started so simply. People in the Carolinas growing cotton, tobacco, sugar, coffee. People around the world wanting our crops. Demand increases, we need to expand. Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky. Not enough people living here to work the land, to tend, to harvest, who can endure the heat. We have to import workers, and that's how it starts. It grows and grows and grows.
Dearest, may I come in?
No, I don't want. I don't want you catching what I have.
Is it yellow fever?
It's a fever of a different color.
Dearest orgasm of my eyeballs, could my imperial code breaker be in our temple of joy?
What does it look like?
A long black tube with a red ribbon on it.
Sounds familiar. I'll keep my eyes open.
I've never been to Mardi Gras down in New Orleans, but I imagine it's something like the experience of seeing John Guare's gaudy, hectic, overstuffed A Free Man of Color. Here we have a spangled, jangling historical pageant that's intermittently brilliant and outrageous. It doesn't always hold together, but there's plenty to fill the eye.
Why won't the men of this town answer my friendship? For starters, you don't look the same as they do. I should hope not.
Set mostly in New Orleans with side trips to France, Haiti, and Washington, D.C., A Free Man of Color is a curious beast, a new period drama that crashes into various modes, from restoration comedy to cartoon sketch, classic tragedy to body sex farce. The action spans the years 1801 to 1806, a time when the American Republic was young and New Orleans was more European than American. Our hero is Jacques Cornet, a freed slave who has inherited his master's wealthy estate. The mesmerizing Jeffrey Wright inhabits the oversized, foppish Cornet and his eyeball-searing wardrobe of costumes with tireless wit and elegance. Wright is also surrounded by some of the finest stage actors in New York today, whipped into a frenzy by virtuoso director George C. Wolfe. We have Vianne Cox as one of Cornet's many female conquests, Mose, formerly Mose Def, as his sly manservant Murmur, and Reg Rogers as Cornet's resentful white half-brother. There are also memorable turns by John McMartin as Thomas Jefferson and Paul Dano as the idealistic Washington wonk turned Western Territory explorer Meriwether Lewis. This list barely scratches the surface of a play stuffed to bursting with supporting characters, multiple set changes, and Baroque plot machinations. We follow the falling fortunes of Cornet in New Orleans as the city transfers from the Spanish to the French and then to America. John Guare fancifully creates a multi-ethnic utopia and then shows how the forces of history turned a free man of color back into a slave. They don't make them like this anymore. A globe-trotting epic with sex, politics, exuberant lyrical language, a big cast, and eye-popping sets. Well, there's a reason why they don't. There's so much room to fail. A free man of color is often shrill and scattered, but it's hardly ever dull. David Cody of Time Out New York for New York One.